All right, so my name is Zachary Lindsay, and this is my third blog post for the University of Akron Emerging Leaders course. And today my blog is going to be all about John Vroman, who's our speaker last Wednesday, for the Akron Experience class. And John Vroman, basically, his whole philosophy and motto is this thing called the front row living. And basically, what he said was he was at this concert and he was sitting in the back of a venue and he noticed the different energy and all the different experiences people were having sitting in the very front row. And so he moved up and he just had this overwhelming, different experience and a whole new perspective on life. And it's just like, are you doing things to the fullest ability? Are you living intentionally? And that's one thing. He had another experience where he was talking with two mentors, and this really inspired him to be involved. And he said, "How much are you doing for other people?" And that's kind of how the whole Front Row Foundation got started. And then he also ran this ultra marathon, and once he completed that, he knew that he could accomplish anything. And that ultra marathon was one of the first big fundraisers for the Front Row Foundation. So he basically had three different experiences that contributed to this front row philosophy and started the Front Row Foundation. And I think, there's a lot of different ways that I can incorporate this into my life. So one way would be to sit in the front row. One challenge, I think, for me personally, after I left that emerging leaders class, was to sit in the front row. I'm so used to sitting in the back, just in lectures, and I sit in the front row for my math class and my science class, but sometimes I'll sit in the back for other classes, and it's like they're not as important to me, but they still are important. So one way to definitely apply those philosophies is try to sit in the front row. The next way that I think I can try to apply them is to get involved in a ministry. So I currently serve with a nonprofit, and at the church I attend, I usually volunteer for certain things, but I'm not really engulfed in a ministry. How am I going out of my way to help other people and do things for other people? So those are just a couple tangible ways to, try to incorporate his philosophies and ideas. The most difficult part, I think, will just be taking that initial step forward. I'm in my little comfort zone sitting in the back. And also when you're volunteering in college, time is the biggest thing. You have free time, but when you're, studying and you have projects and, things to look ahead for, and you want to relax, not the last thing, but one of the last things you're going to want to do is to go out of your way and help other people. So that's probably the most difficult thing, I think, just staying committed. I think one thing that would help doing this, is get other people involved. So there's a bunch of guys on my floor that, if we sat down together and sort of mapped out a plan of success, I think that we could be accountable for each other and really try to do this together as a group. So that's one way I think, that would overcome the challenge of time, is when you get other people involved, that, they hold each other accountable. Another way to ensure my success would be to write it down, make an actual commitment, sign my name so that, it's there in writing. It's not like I'm just saying these things out loud, but I am expressing, the way I feel on a piece of paper. I'm signing my name. I'm fully committing to it. Also, is to make a commitment up front. You could say to this ministry or this organization that you want to get involved with, you could say, hey, I'd like to work with you for 3 months. This way, you're giving them an allotted amount of time, and you're not just saying, okay, I might come this week, because if you're not fully dedicated or you haven't made a full commitment, then you probably won't do it. On the more day-to-day, sitting in the front of the classes, that's really just on me. I think the most difficult part of that is just going to be, my comfort zone with my friends sitting in the back. That's going to be so easy to I'm just going to want to go back there. But I think the big thing for me will be to step out of my zone and really force myself to sit up there regardless, if I'm with people or if I'm not with people. So I really enjoyed I really did enjoy the presentation John Vroman gave. It was probably one of my favorite speakers for the Wednesday Emerging Leaders series. And now I'm on his website right now, the Front Row Foundation. And, I'm doing a little mini evaluation. I'm looking over this, and it's a pretty good website. I don't really like the layout. So when you go on the main page, it's like the tabs and all of the information is on the left-hand side. it's not hard to find the information. There's a little ticket and you click it and you can click About Us. But there's nothing, I like more of the traditional website where when you go to the page, literally across the top are all of your tabs. But this sort of newer website has everything kind of listed on the side with icons, and it's a little hard to monitor and maneuver. So if I had to make a suggestion, I would say, more of just a traditional background. One thing I really like about the website is every time you scroll, it says contact or donate or apply, and there's like two big tabs that come up, and I really like that because honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to inform people about the website, but the thing that he's probably a little concerned with the most, or wants to make very apparent, is the donation and applying or the contacting. So those are two big things, and I really like how that's all over the page. I mean, every time you scroll, it's there, so that's cool. I like the way that there's stories. So on the main page, there's like 3 stories. It's like Beth's experience, this person's experience, this person's experience. I think that draws people in and contribute because you can literally, see what they're doing. One thing that I don't really care for is there's a lot of videos. After maneuvering on the site, clicking on different tabs, there's a fair amount of videos, and I think videos they're great. I like videos, but the thing is sometimes, if you have bad internet or something, if it doesn't load right away, it's a little hard to, just, stay patient and focused. I like pictures. I think, a picture tells 1,000 words. That's super cliche, but, I think it's an easy way to describe your experience. I feel like there could be less videos. But yeah, I mean, those are a couple suggestions, I guess, for the overall organization. But yeah, it does clearly articulate the goals and the vision under the About tab, but then there's also a video to follow. So I wish maybe they could expand more in paragraphs and in words. But I understand why they have videos. Now in today's age, you want like the most high tech, the most quality, advanced, state of technology. So you're going to want videos and probably less words, less, photos, because, new generation people are going to want to watch videos and stuff like that. But it's pretty clear. So yeah, that's about everything I'm looking through. Yeah, enjoyed John Vroman. I'm going to, try to challenge myself to live in the front row. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this blog post and have a wonderful day.